Tennis champion Serena Williams has been the most discussed athlete in the world for the past fortnight. Here at the Sunday Project, we'd spent months arranging an interview with her, an interview which was confirmed just before the US Open started. That tournament ended in a cloud of controversy that split fans firmly into either the pro or anti-Serena camp. Given the emotion of the moment, you might expect that she'd consider backing out. She did not. And 3 days after that epic meltdown, I sat down and spoke with her in New York. 23 Grand Slam singles trophies, 7 Australian Opens among them, more than $120 million in prize money.
Serena's done it again.
You've actually done stuff that no other single body on the planet, male or female, has ever done. 23 Grand Slams, 10 of those after the age of 30, and you've produced a beautiful little baby as well. Have you always been comfortable in your body?
I can't say I've always was comfortable in my body. I think when I was younger, I had to learn to love who I am, embrace my curves, embrace my muscles, embrace being strong and feminine at the same time.
What do you think the trick is?
Well, I think the trick to accepting it is just being happy with who you are, and that's so much easier said than done. It really is. But, you know, if you keep hearing it and you keep trying it and just keep trying to do it, then, yeah, it could be done.
Serena Williams makes it her business to get things done on and off the court. Weeks ago, when French Open officials declared her controversial catsuit off limits for their next tournament, she turned up to the US Open in a tutu. Were you always going to wear the tutus, or was that just the most perfect feminine up yours in the history of forever?
It was a perfect answer, that reply to that, right?
Yeah.
I can't believe I never thought to wear a tutu before because I love tutus.
Are you going to wear them more often?
I don't know if I will, but I should. I love them.
And you even did the twirl.
You can't do a tutu without doing it.
That's very true. Being Serena Williams means living life under a relentless spotlight. That went off the scale in May when she and new husband ALEXIS OHANIAN attended the wedding of her good friend Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. You said afterwards that you were excited by how much influence there was of the African-American culture. Why were you so thrilled with that?
To have such a monumental moment in England, nonetheless, of all the places, I felt like we were literally watching history. And I feel like in a few years, we're gonna look back at that moment and it's just gonna be so historic that it's gonna be something people never forget. The whole service was really wonderful. And most of all, I just wanted to see my friend be happy. And I think that's what happened.
I can't actually think of two women in the world right now who have more media scrutiny upon them than you and your friend Meghan.
Right?
Sorry to deliver that news to you, but it's probably right. Wouldn't you agree?
I would definitely agree.
Do you ring each other with advice on how to deal with this much scrutiny?
We were actually just texting each other this morning, and you know, I think have known each other for a long time, but we really kind of are relying on each other a lot recently.
Serena turns 37 on Wednesday. Her daughter turned 1 3 weeks ago. Are you enjoying motherhood?
I feel like, yeah, it's definitely enjoyable, and I'm really, really excelling at it. In other aspects, I'm like a fish out of water. I don't know what to do. I don't know why this is happening. Why is she crying? You know, what can I do? And it's not easy.
Has it been tough coming back from motherhood, or tougher than you thought it was going to be?
Yeah, it's been really tough for me coming back from motherhood. Sometimes I go out to go play my matches and I'm leaving my daughter, and it's like, it's heart-wrenching to walk out that door and she's crying or she's upset because she misses me. We're really close. And that's not always easy.
Meaning she has the same doubts and fears as the rest of us. The difference is that most new mums aren't juggling the travel demands of elite sport, the launch of their own clothing label, and huge changes to their private lives, all within the space of a year.
There's no doubt the spotlight on Serena Williams has never been more intense. The question everyone's asking, is the pressure getting too much?
Coming up after the break, Serena opens up about that centre court meltdown that got the whole world talking.
Welcome back. You're watching the Sunday Projects.
Well, as you saw earlier, Serena Williams has ridden a roller coaster of emotions over the past 12 months. But what was it that led to her on-court meltdown at the US Open just a fortnight ago? Serena Williams' style is to crash or crash through. She's clashed with officialdom before, but the recent US Open final reached a whole new level. A code violation for being coached from the stands, just the start of an extraordinary few minutes.
You owe me an apology. Say it. Say you're sorry. Then don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. You stole a point from me. You're a thief, too.
Code violation, verbal abuse.
You seem to have divided opinion right down the middle. Your coach admitted that he was coaching from the sidelines. So, in retrospect, do you think that makes the violation warranted?
I just don't understand what he was talking about, because I asked him, I was like, what are you talking about? You're coaching. We don't have signals. We've never had signals. And he said he made a motion. So I was like, okay, so you made a motion and now you told people that you're coaching me? That doesn't make sense. Why would you say that?
So you had to have a fairly tough conversation with him afterwards.
Yes, because we've never had this before. I was on the other side. I didn't see the motion. So, it was just a really confusing moment, I think, for him. And, I was just like, it's okay, but don't, yeah.
You then smashed your racket. Do you regret that at all? It was at this point that Serena's publicist stepped in off camera.
Sorry, that's 4 questions about the US Open, so...
Are you comfortable or not?
Change topics.
I'm in your hands, Serena. I'm totally in your hands. To her credit, Serena decided to continue. If I can just do one more, just in regards to the men that have come down on your side. Many of the former male tennis champs are totally on your side. Then when I look at 2 of the biggest female tennis champs over the years, Billie Jean King agrees. She calls it complete double standards, whereas Martina Navratilova says had she reacted the way you did, she would have expected the treatment that you got.
I honestly am just always supportive of women, no matter what, and that's how I've always been. And I feel like Billie Jean King has done the same thing with starting the tour and creating an opportunity for me to play. Even a man, if you want to express yourself in a way where you're not using profanity or you're just being yourself, and you're at this moment where you've worked for since you're 3 years old and you're on the cusp of this amazing moment.
There are men out here that do likewise, but because I'm a woman, you're going to take this away from me?
If you're female, you should be able to do even half of what a guy can do. And I feel like right now we are not, as it's proven, in that same position. But, that's neither here nor there. I'm just trying to, most of all, just recover from that and just move on.
And this is very, very unfortunate.
Yeah, this has never happened in tennis before.
The international reaction was swift, a white-hot blame game in which Serena was cast as either hero or villain. There were accusations of sexism, and with the publication of this cartoon in Melbourne's Herald Sun newspaper, a worldwide debate about racism.
You can kind of see why folks have a problem with it. Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling tweeted this: "Well done on reducing one of the greatest sportswomen alive to racist and sexist tropes."
Serena's survived controversy before. An A-list of loyal corporate sponsors is proof of that. Her name is a powerful marketing tool, and she's lent it to Breast Cancer Awareness Month by covering an Australian rock classic. And this is an exclusive first look.
I love myself. I want you to love me.
The Divinals are one of our absolute all-time favourite Australian bands.
Honestly, I definitely would not classify myself as a singer, but Chrissy and the Divinals were amazing. Chrissy's voice is just spectacular, and for me, it was an unbelievable cause. And unfortunately, we lost Chrissy to breast cancer, but the I Touch Myself song was to let everyone know that it's important to touch yourself and check up on yourself. It's putting myself in a very vulnerable moment, but just to make a huge statement, I think is really important. Before we leave, I have a special bra for you from the Chrissy collection from Burley.
Oh, this is it. It's snakeskin.
Yeah, it is. So it's called the Chrissy.
That's gorgeous.
And it's really cool because...
And it's even in my size.
Well,
How did you know my size?
I did happen to know your size, yeah. I have my spies.
That's fantastic. The Burley Clothing Company will donate all profits from sales of the bra to Breast Cancer Network Australia to coincide with Breast Cancer Awareness Month in October. Thank you so much for all of the work that you're doing for women and for making sure that we can find a cure for this dreadful, dreadful disease.
Yes, thank you.
Lovely to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you.
It is kind of weird when Serena Williams knows your bra size.
I have about 100 questions.
Yeah. OK, well, shoot them.
What did you come away with thinking about the whole episode on the court?
Well, I certainly saw what it is that has made Serena the champion that she is. I mean, she's got a steely resolve about what she wants and she goes after it. There's probably a few people watching who are wondering why I didn't ask about the Mark Knight cartoon, and there was a very good reason for that. I was told in no uncertain terms before I sat down in that room that if I asked about the Mark Knight cartoon, Serena would get up and walk. There would be no ifs or buts. She did not want to discuss it. And I know that would make great tabloid TV to have a walk-off from Serena Williams, but I was actually more interested in her answers to the US Open questions. But I really, you know, what she's doing for breast cancer awareness is wonderful. And when you see that ad in full, let me tell you, Serena Williams can sing like an angel.
She was quite a shocking singer. I mean, it was quite